what is the most underutilized magical thing that you could do? And we had some pretty interesting comments. Some of those more, let's say, underutilized body parts and body energies and elemental energies and physical magic. You know, what is physical magic? What I understand that Jen Sands, I guess we called her Witchfoot here on TikTok. Sadly, I wasn't able to get to know her as well as many of you because I was really just coming onto the scene. I did catch some of her videos, and maybe a year and a half or something like that. I thought she was a really interesting person with lots of information, and she spoke of things that we called physical magic. And apparently someone said that she created it. I don't believe she did, because I think a lot of, let's just say natural witches are using physical magic. And I think a lot of stregas use physical magic. And stregas being Italian witchcraft, or traditional witches in Britain, in the Celtic, there's just lots of natural physical witchcraft. And until people started dividing it up and giving it a name, giving it a title, such as Wicca did, for instance, or the Hermetic Order, or the Golden Dawn, like all of these different, there's many different types of witchcraft, sectors, okay? And bottom line, before we did that, we were just natural witches, right? Native culture too. It's pagan. It is being connected to the earth is what this good energy is about. What I have learned about physical witchcraft has come from many different ways. What is physical magic, and how can you use it more traditionally and more regularly? How can you understand it? How can you use it to help yourselves? I was watching a friend of mine, Bree Witch's video regarding, I think what can you do in a pinch? When you're out, out of your house, unexpectedly away from your space and your things, what can you do in a pinch? Well, first of all, most witches do have something magical in their purse, or in their car, or in their pocket, or in their bra, or what they're wearing it. We're wearing it, right? My point is, when you're believing in the universe and how it speaks to you, when you're listening to the universe and you're listening to your body and you're listening to your spirit, when it speaks to your soul, and it does speak to you, it speaks to your soul. Listen, and it will tell you, it literally will tell you what you can do next. It's a heavy subject, and physical magic sounds really simple, right? It sounds simple. Well, it is actually quite simple. It really is quite simple. But it's odd to people. But it isn't odd. Being a witch, or being a magical person, or being connected to the universe or the earth, being a nature person, these are natural human behaviors. They're natural, right? What isn't natural is a congregation at a religious institute. What isn't natural is a government official, politicians. This is not natural. Yet somehow we learn that if we don't follow that and we don't do that, it's going to be a problem somehow in our life. And so we follow it like sheep. Well, witches, or people that are magical, or earth-based types of people, natives, all of these types of natural beings don't want to follow religion, don't want to follow that government energy, because we're not feeling it. And we want to be authentic. We want to be real. We want to be, solid people. And to be a solid community, you've got to be a solid person, walking your own talk. That's as simple as that. And that will change as you learn, as you grow, as you evolve, as you educate. That part of you will grow and change and evolve as well. And so the truth as you know it today will change tomorrow, right? I went into these religious things, or these cultural things, or these government things, doing as I was expected to do, until I realized I could not follow it and be a real person and be real to myself. So to stand in my own truth and to be in my own way, to be one with myself, I had to walk away from these kinds of things. And you'll find that a lot of nature people will walk away, and we're walking to nature. We're not tolerating this. We're not participating in this. We're not aligning with this. And if we do, we only do it for brief moments because we know it isn't good for us. It isn't healthy. It isn't real. It's corrupt. And so I think people in general are naturally like this. And what happens to them is they get corrupted by systems and feel that they can't stand on their own. So to behave in a way as if they're in alignment with these things that they don't truly believe in behaving in this way as if they're in alignment with it, they feel as if they are accepted, okay? That they're accepted, that they're not alone. So I believe that a lot of people align with government and religion because they are fear-based and they're not confident in their own selves. I think that's the bottom line. And that is what we're seeing then when we look at witches and magical people and shamans and medicine people and all of these wonderful beings that are connected to the nature around us. What we're seeing is these are the confident ones. We are the confident ones. We are the ones that even if we're not completely confident, we're going to try. We're going to step one foot in front of the other foot and keep on moving with the universe, but in our own way, at our own pace, in our own special way. In doing that, you're going to connect with nature because you're paying attention, because you're not being bombarded with the nonsense noise around you because you've already shut it out. So the moment you shut that out a bit and you move forward to this place where you actually can center and listen to the spirit, listen to, a friend of mine was talking about it, like the song, the morning song and the evening song. Yeah, well, the noise is too much. But when you can hear the songbirds in the morning and they wake you up because they want you to get up and be part of life with them. And then you wake up and you respond to that. You're one with the universe. And at night, as the energy changes, as the landscapes change, and the frogs have their song, their evening song, or the crickets have their evening song, and you're listening again, what do you think this is all meaning? What does your mind and your spirit and your soul say those songs of the birds in the morning are saying to you? What do you think they're saying, those crickets are saying to you at night, or the frogs? What are they saying to you? I'm saying to you that if you're listening to the energy around you, it will speak to you. And when it speaks to you, you will respond in some way. Listen to that part. Listen to that part of you that responds and asks you to step in a physical way. Okay? And this is how I learned to use the elemental aspects around me. So the body will talk to you back. So the body will talk to you, then you can respond with whatever the body is telling you to do. What if you need more than what you have available to you? This is where your body parts, your body fluids are going to be helpful to you. And I say body parts too, because your hands and your feet, if they're touching the earth, if your feet are naked on the earth, and if your hands are touching the earth, or if you're near fire and you put your hands through the fire, or you jump the fire. So when I say body parts, I'm talking about you being one with the earth or with the universal element that you're working with. So if you want to work with the water, you're going to get naked and get in the water. If you want to work with the fire, you want to dance around it, you want to touch it, you want to jump it, all of that. If you're working with the earth, you get your hands on the ground. You get your feet naked on the ground. You put your bare ass on the ground and bleed into the ground. If you're on your period, bleed into that ground. You have no idea what that will do for you. Okay? Just bleeding on the ground, sitting on the ground, and bleeding into her will connect you with every other witch or every other woman that has ever done that. And that is a clan that you don't have to see, but you'll know by being a part of it that you have stepped into some very powerful central orb of energy. Okay? And that energy alone can be brought with you to bring to whatever prayer or wish or incantation or magical spell or whatever it is that you're putting out there. that energy alone will amplify your prayer and wish or spell. I promise you that. Okay? I promise you that. By using our blood in ritual work, we absolutely create an energy that is unsurpassable. You cannot find anything more powerful than the power of menstrual blood.